So today we are going to create the AI for the 2.5D platformer, and hope you have watched the last two videos for this tutorial. And here you can see what we have already done. So this is the character movement script, and also there is a camera trigger script. So there is a very simple scripting for this character control and the camera movement. Okay. So now first of all you need to import the character from Mixamo. So here you can download the character along with the animation files for running and attacking and other animations. Oh, my net is quite slow. Okay, so I don't know why the site is not opening, but no need to do this. I have already downloaded the files, so just select them all and go to our project folder, create a new folder, and now just drag and drop the all file to the newly created folder and just wait for importing all. Okay, so here are three files. One is for death, second is for idle, and the third one for run forward. Okay, so first of all I'm going to create a platform where our enemy will move. Or okay, so this is the place for enemy, so just drag and drop it to here. Now we are going to extract the material, so first we need to extract textures. It's in same folder, and then we extract the materials. Okay, so you can see our character is all set it up, and now we just need to rotate it to 90 degree. Okay, then we going to add the character controller as we have added to our player. Okay, so I think now the height is a little longer than the character, so let's reduce the height. Okay. Okay, so after adjusting the height and the width of the collider for the character control, now we are going to add the script. So AI. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to open it in Visual Studio. Okay, so first of all we need to get the reference for character controller. So character controller, name it CC character controller, and then create a public float for speed, and it should be by default 20. No, no, it should be 6. You can also take the reference from here for the speed and other things, like here this parameter will also work. Okay, so then one more public float attack distance is also 6, and then public float gravity should be 20, as we have already set it in the player movement. And now we create a vector 3, move direction should be vector 3 dot 0. Okay, so after setting this basic functionality, now we are going to start function and take the references for cc is equal to get component character controller. Okay, we also take a reference for animator animal is equal to get component animator. Okay, so that will be our animator. When we need to change the animation, so we will going to use it. And okay, and one more thing, we also need to find the player. So game object player. Okay, and player is equal to find game object of type, and the character movement script is very unique. So the character movement script will not be used in any other object except the player. So we can also find the player game object by using the find object type of character movement. Okay, so now we have taken the all the useful references from script or the other scripts. Okay, so so now we are going to create a range function. So we also create a bool. Okay, first of all we need to create a game object here. Name it range trigger, and use the sphere collider with the trigger enter, and don't forget to increase the radius. It will be the range and how much distance the enemy will detect the player. So I think this is sufficient. And trigger, and don't forget to add the rigid body with the kinematic bool on is kinematic. Okay, and turn off the use gravity bool. Okay, and here we also need to add a script range trigger. Okay, so now here we create a public pool in range. It should be false by default. And now we go to the range trigger script. So here we use the two function on trigger enter and on trigger exit. On trigger enter. Okay, so here we use if other dot game object dot tag player, then we can also take the reference from here of enemy AI. Okay, so transform dot root dot get component. Root is used for the root game object of any child or any object, so it will easily return the root object. Okay, so now when enter, so we just say me dot in range should be true, and now we now we use on trigger exit and just copy this line, paste it here and make it false. So when the player will go outside of the range, so the in range bool will be false instantly. And I think we have done with this script. Now go to the enemy script. So now in update function we will check whether the enemy is range or not. So if in range equal true means the player is in range of the particular or specific enemy. So uh, first of all we just make the enemy to look at the player. So transform dot look at. Now we need to change the direction of the enemy. So the x position should be player position. So player dot transform dot position dot x. Okay, but the y position is for the what we call the enemy object. Yeah. So transform dot position dot y, and z will also followed by the enemy position dot z. Okay, so okay, we have make a mistake. We create a new vector 3 here and then write it like this. Okay, so now our enemy will start looking at the player. uh, okay, so now we need to move it in direction of the player. So first of all we need to make it like if the player is far from the attack distance, then he should then the enemy should move to the player. Okay, so if attack distance is less than distance, so we need to calculate the distance. So float test is equal to vector 3 dot distance. Here we pass the both of the positions. So transform dot position, this is the position of enemy, and now we need to uh, now we need to check the distance of the player from the enemy. So here we use player dot new vector 3 and just copy this thing because we don't follow the y or the and the z too. Okay, so okay, okay, so now if the attack distance is greater than the distance, attack distance is less than the distance, means the player is far from the attack distance. So we just make it move to the player. So the first thing we need to move is the we check to whether to move to left or the right. So if transform dot position dot x is less than player dot transform dot position dot x. So okay, just make it greater than. First we need to make it left. So if the greater than, then move direction is equal to new vector 3 minus 1 0 and 0. Okay, so here is the one condition and the other one is else move direction equal to new vector 3 1 0 0. Okay, and after setting the vector direction, now we need to move it. Okay, so here we uh, okay, here we do this thing like we just multiply it by speed. So move direction into speed. Okay, and after this thing, mm, yeah, actually the here should be the function, like we need to move it first. So move direction dot no. Okay, so if the player will not in range, move direction should be vector 3 dot 0. Okay, and here we write move direction dot y of is equal to minus equal to gravity into time dot delta time. Okay, and the last thing is to move the character according to the created vector. Okay, so it is like move direction into time dot delta time. Okay, so here we do the thing, but we need to move it. Uh, Okay, so if the attack distance is less than, then this should be here. Okay, and I think now it's removed. Okay, let's see what happened. uh, After compiling this script, I will hit the play button. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so it is just rotating but is not moving. Okay, so let's see why it is he's not moving here or there. So uh, this is working because okay, so let's check outside of the unity what is wrong. So I think attack distance is too much, so we just make it 1.5 and make the speed a little bit slower to 3. Okay, okay, so we started the following the player, and now we will add the animation to our newly created AI, and I think the range should be a little bit high like this. Okay, okay, so just select the enemy and create a new animator here, animator controller, and name it enemy or whatever you want. So just drag and drop it to here, and also enable the animator window. Animator, okay, here. Okay, so first of all we need to create the back death idle. Okay, idle animation, so make it loop, apply, and create a new empty state here, and name it idle. You need to drag and drop the idle animation file to here. Speed is okay, and now we are going to create another animation state is running. Select the running and running forward, and go to the animation and turn on the loop time button. Okay, now select the running state and just drag and drop the file to the motion tab. Okay, the motion parameter, whatever. Okay, so now after doing this you need to go to the parameters and create a pool is running. Okay, so just right click on the idle and create a transition to the idle to running, and select the transition and add the new condition here. This is running should be true, then the transition will happen. Or then again right click to the running state and create a transition between running to idle, and select the transition and set the condition to is running should be false. Okay, and just turn off the has exit time for both of the transitions, and you can also just make a little bit lesser for transition timing. Okay, so yeah, I think it is fixed. Now we need to check whether the rule is true or not. So when the yeah, okay, so if nm dot get wood. Now we need the accurate name, or you just need to copy it because the name is case sensitive. It is taking as a string. So if the running bool is false, then we will make it true. Okay, so I think this is done, and now if the attack distance here, paste it here and just check whether if it is true, then it should be false. And yeah, just copy it from here and also paste this here, because if the player is not in range, then it should also be false. Okay, let's check what we have done, because I'm going to make it full screen. Okay, so it is start following, but the something is going wrong because the Egypt is not working or the player is in air. So okay, let's check what happened. Yeah, I think okay. So we just make the this thing like this. You can also do it in 2D, and oh, okay. I think now everything will work fine. Okay, so you can also copy this parameter and just stop the thing. And, but this is not the right way to do this. So and also the z value is not the same for our character and the our player character. just do two things. Go to animation, so it will the means the animation will look more realistic or the more precise. So just turn on the this thing. I hope everything will be good. So now I'm again going to make it generic. Okay, so we just select this thing and set the y to 0.94. Okay, or maybe 0.92, and let's start the game. I hope everything will be fine now. Okay, so now he is following the player, and you just need to adjust the jet position according to the player. So player's jet is 0 and there is some minus value, so make it 0 and then check. So if you like my tutorial, please subscribe my channel and like the video and please share. Yeah. Okay, so in next tutorial we will add the attack functionality to the enemy and also the attack functionality to the player, so that they can fight with each other and with the good slash effect and other thing. So please uh, stay with me and watch the full series of this 2.5D platformer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.